I get a lot of direct messages asking me how to lose weight, or people that have been working out for a while and they don't see any changes. And even though this is a very broad topic, I want to talk about something that I think is very important to check out at first. So if you're not reaching your goals, it could be for many reasons. It could be because of hormones. It could be because of your diet. So I want to talk about your diet here. And even though diet itself is a very broad topic, and I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a registered dietitian, I still want you to be able to track what you're eating. And this is very important if you've never done it before. This is something that I don't want you to become obsessed with, but it's a very good and educational exercise to do for a few weeks or a month, depending on when you get used to it. So let's get to it. In order to know if you're eating for your goal, you have to track the calories that you're consuming and macros. So first of all, you have to do 3 things to be able to get to where you want. Number 1, you have to go to Google. You can Google macro calculator and there will be several hits. You can pick any one you like and it will ask you to enter some information about yourself. Some of this information will be your gender, your age, how much you weigh, which is your height, what is your exercise level or how much you exercise, and which is your goal. Your goal could be to lose weight, to gain weight, or to build lean muscle mass at the same time you are burning fat. This is also called recomposition. Once you fill all of that information up, the macro calculator will calculate for you how much of each macro group or carbohydrates, fats, and proteins you need to eat to reach your goal. And it will also tell you how many calories you should eat in a day. Now, what should you do with that information? How do you know how much are you really eating of each macro group and how many calories are you eating per day? Here comes step number 2. Now search for an app to track your macros. There are several out there. I personally use Fitbit because I have a Fitbit watch, but you can also use it without the watch. Also, MyFitnessPal is very, very popular, but there are others that you can use. Pick one of them and download it. Keep it handy, especially if you have it in your cell phone. It could be really handy because that way every time you eat, you go right away and enter everything that you've been eating. So that is the purpose of that app. Whenever you have breakfast, log everything that you have eaten with each one of the amounts for each thing that you ate, for each ingredient. You have to track everything. Be very specific because you could be underreporting and you will think you're not eating enough and you are eating probably more than you should. So be very specific, very detailed, and measure everything that you're eating. Don't estimate. You will have to enter the grams or the cups or the tablespoons of the things that you are eating, okay? When you have a snack, do the same thing. When you have lunch, when you have dinner, every single time you eat, go and log what you have eaten. That way, you can track everything that you have been eating for a full day. And at the end of the day, you can look at the app and see how you did. Now, what to do with this information? Here comes step number 3. The app will tell you how many grams of each macro group you ate and how many calories in total. Compare that to step number 1, which is the results from the macro calculator. If they are too different, the step number 3 is to make the adjustments that you need to. Start playing with your food. Throughout the day, start looking at the app and see if you have eaten a bit more of carbs, for example, and you need to stop eating that many carbs for the next few meals that you have for the day, and you need to eat more protein. So keep an eye on how you're eating, and in no time you will be able to understand your eating habits, how much you're eating of each macro group, and how much you have to adjust to get to your goal. Do this exercise for as long as you get used to. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life. You will get good at estimating everything, how many calories certain foods have, how much of the macros certain foods have, and after a few months you will be able to judge for yourself. But this is a very, very important exercise that a person that is new to this should do. I highly recommend this. I don't count my calories and macros on a daily basis, but every once in a while I do, to just check how I am doing. I hope this video was helpful for you and it helps you reach your goals. Hi there! Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. For more fitness and nutrition tips, you can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook.